What is up, everyone? It's Inuyasherz here. What we're going to be going over is some Cadry Elite farming today. Cadry Elites can be a very nice way of making money, as they almost always drop you an armor stone, a weapon stone, some rosars, and they have a good chance to drop you some scrolls, as well as they can drop you a Sarah's neck. I've done a pretty decent amount of grinding here for money, and I average anywhere from 16 to 24 mil an hour on these. One thing I will point out is Cadrys do tend to do a lot of damage, so if you're not well geared, you might not want to come here. I would recommend something along the lines of 200 AP as well as 260 DP. Something that makes Cadry Elites very nice is most people are obsessed with Gahaz Elites. This means you can get away with doing Cadry Elites and it's going to be far less contested. One con about the Cadry Elites will be there's only 7 of them as opposed to 9 at Gahaz. But with that said, let's get into it. So the first thing we're going to go over is how to get here. If you're at Alta Nova, it's going to be northeast, and it's going to be labeled right here with the monster 56 to 57 for Cadrys at Cadry Ruins. From Sangran Bazaar, you would be heading west and heading north. Our start point is going to be right here on this road that you can see highlight that comes down and around right here. For the next 10 seconds, I'm going to have it up where I made a map zoomed in of the Cadry area where all 7 elites are spawning. To start, we're going to jump right down into this little oval area over here, and you'll see our first elite over here on the left. With this elite down, we'll head to number 2. Number 2 is going to be on the other side of this little circle pit, so we're going to head over to the back. With these 2 elites down, we're going to head back across the circle pit, and we're going to be heading up some stairs. After heading up the stairs, you're going to continue going until you're in a little valleyway, and the next elite is going to be near a little arch. Now that we've got this kill down on number 3, we're going to head over to the 4th elite, and it's going to be a nice simple path. You're just going to keep heading back down this alleyway. That gives us 4 elites down and 3 more to go. We're going to continue to head towards the back to the 5th one, which we're going to come across another circle pit, where we find 2 more elites. I am going to point out that according to my map, I did go to number 6 before number 5. It doesn't really matter, they're both right here at this little circle pit. With this elite down, we're just going to slide around really quick to the next elite, which we're already right here. With 6 elites down, we're now heading to the last elite and the 7th one. You're just going to keep heading north and keep heading back towards the back of the Cadry spawn, and you'll come across them right here before you get into a big bunch of mobs. And there you have it, we cleared out all 7 elites. This took me roughly 7 minutes, so you have some spare time if you want to just start grinding on some Cadrys to kill time until you can channel hop. Again, Cadrys can be a nice option because Gahas are usually more crowded than Cadrys, however, I have noticed lately more and more people are starting to pick up on this. Something that really helps out the Cadry location, however, would be the Valor Crystal drops. These are going to sell for 3.6 mil, and that's going to be a very nice little boost to this area. Last but not least, let's actually go over what loot I got on this little run. As you can see, we got 6 armor stones and 6 weapon stones. These stones are going to be what makes Cadry Elites and Gahas Elites very consistent. Next up, we got a Valor Spirit Crystal, which is going to be another 3.6 mil. These are fairly common. I usually get about 1 an hour. I ended up getting no scrolls this run, which is very unlikely, but I did get a Valor. We got about 300k worth of trash loot. This number is going to go up. We had 8 more minutes of farming before we could channel hop, so we were going to get quite a bit more trash loot, but at the moment we got 300k worth. Last, we're going to count the Rosars. Now, I'm going to point out the Dark Knight Rosars will sell for roughly 100k each right now, and we did end up with 2 of those. You will get a lot of those on these runs, but they're crashing fast. So I'm just going to count them as if we're vendoring them for 21k. To finish it off, we're going to add everything up. Our total value came up to a little under 7.2 million. After tax, that's going to come out just a little over 6 million if you're running with the value pack. This test was done with one channel. It was a 7-minute run. All the elites were up on this channel. No, this does not mean you're going to be making 1 mil an hour constantly. There's a cooldown on your channel hop, and there's not 15 elites up, so you're not going to constantly be pulling this in. But you should be looking to get at least 15 mil an hour, potentially up to 25 mil an hour, depending on how much the elites are contested for you. I do want to stress how much the congestion can ruin this. If you're running into channel where it's down channel after channel, you're really not going to be making much. You are relying on the elites to be up in order to be making your money. So I hope this guide has shed some light on the Cadry Elites for you. I hope it has helped you out. As always, take care and have a wonderful day.